Right, how's everyone doing? Good, I hope you know. I'm going to play a few more retro classic games through Chrome on my Atari VCS, you know. And I'm going to play a bunch of ZX Spectrum games, you know. And just going to go to Chrome. Now, the best way to play ZX Spectrum games on the Atari VCS. Now, there's a whole bunch of sites that plays ZX Spectrum games, but I'm going to go to a site called Internet Archive. This site and it not only has ZX Spectrum games, but has Atari 5200 games, Atari 2600 arcade games, old school arcade games. So we just go to Google, and I hope you can see that. And yeah, Internet Archive, and the great site is now you have to use a keyboard to play the games, but it's not hard to figure out what keys do what, like, you know. And it's awesome in my opinion, you know. So I hope you can see that. Zoom in a bit, you know. So yeah. So you just click into the archive, and up here there's a floppy disk icon. You just click that. Then it's over here. It says ZX Spectrum. Now a console living room. If you go into that, if you click that, you have a whole bunch of systems. You know, Atari 5200, 2600, so forth. You know, you have the Amstrad GX 4000, Atari 7800, Atari Lynx. You know, you have handhelds like that, NTEX Adventure Vision. So you have the ColecoVision, the Wonder Swan, a whole bunch of systems. The Odyssey 2, Virtual Channel F. So yeah, and you have to use the keyboard, but you have to use the keyboard, but it's not hard to figure out what buttons do what. You have the TurboGrafx 16, the Game Gear, you know. But we want to play a bunch of ZX Spectrum games. So you just that's my my Bluetooth speaker shutting itself off. So anyway, just click the. So you go over to ZX Spectrum, you know. You just click it, you know. And here we go with the whole library, you know, of ZX Spectrum games. You see this one here, ZX Spectrum library, you know. Just click that, and there you go. You know, just give it a second to load. Now, depending on how fast your internet connection is, you know, weird, you know. I hope you can see that. You know, so I'm going to go to Jetpack, which is an awesome ZX Spectrum game. Just click it, and then you click this to begin, and just let it load. Depending on the game, you know, it takes longer to load, but this shouldn't take that long. You know. Yeah. Jetpack was a great game for the ZX Spectrum, and it's awesome we can play it on the Atari VCS, which I think looks awesome. You know, so just let it load, let it do its thing, and when it's ready, it just comes up on the screen and start playing. So the thing that you have to figure out is what keys do what, like, you know. The arrow keys are normally moving, but on ZX Spectrum games, sometimes Q, W, E, R, T, Y are the keys. It depends, you know. So just give it a second to load, and awesome, in my opinion. Yeah. yeah, just wait. Patience is the key, and if you have that, you're gonna have an awesome experience with the Atari VCS. So there we go. Just give it a second. Launching emulator, just launching the game. So here we have Jetpack for the ZX Spectrum and the Atari VCS. Uh, so just let it load. Now back in the day, this would take like half an hour to load because the games were on cassette tapes. But awesome. Ultimate Play of the game, they turned into Rare. The company Rare. They made Killer Instinct and Donkey Kong, I believe, for the Super Nintendo and all. But back in the day, when they were starting out, they were called Ultimate Play of the game. And so this is one of the best games on the ZX Spectrum, and we've been in it awesome. We can play it on the Atari VCS. So, so I'll start the game and press enter. So, one player game, it's set to one player keyboard. So just press 5 to start the game. So you had to put your spaceship back together and put fuel into it. Yeah, just trying to learn the controls. Z and X is left and right, and the D button is for. So game over, but it's awesome that we can play it on the Atari VCS. Okay, so E is fly up, and to fly back down, just let go of E, So you have to connect to your spaceship. Just grab onto it, let it drop, and shoot all these jokes. And then you have to get the fuel. Fuel will start dropping, and you have to fuel up your ship. And when it starts flashing, that means it's ready for takeoff. Then you have to fly inside your ship. So yeah, ZX Spectrum games are awesome. And it's awesome that we can play them on the Atari VCS. Yeah, sorry, you gotta concentrate. Yeah, so ZX is game over, but you get the idea. This game came out in 1983, So yeah, the Atari VCS is awesome, and yeah. Yeah, I remember back in the day, this game took something like 35 to 40 minutes to load, but it was awesome, and you collect them diamond yolks for extra points, and yeah, the Atari VCS is awesome. So if you want to play the old school games, into the archive, but you have to use the keyboard. That's the only downside. But it's not the end of the world. Learn the keys and everything. Yeah. So one more yoke of fuel and just the rocket will be ready for liftoff. Looks like. Now one more will do, and yeah. So Jetpack is awesome. It's one of my favourite games on the ZX Spectrum. So it's ready for liftoff. See it flashing like that, So you just flew inside and well, we're off to another planet, So that's Jetpack, and it's awesome that we can play it on the Atari VCS, So awesome stuff, So yeah. So this is what we love about the Atari VCS, the fact that we can play all classics like this. Because my ZX Spectrum broke years ago, and it's really impossible to find a working one now these days. and they're very expensive, you know. Then I had to get the games. Then I had to make sure I have a working tape recorder to load the game. So it's hassle-free, the Atari VCS. You don't have to go through all the agony just to play a whole bunch of classics, you know. Yeah, so that's Jetpack, one of my favourite games on the VCS, on the ZX Spectrum. So I'm going to play another favourite of mine, Checkered Flag, which is a F1 driving game. And if you don't see the game you want here, because there's literally thousands of games for the ZX Spectrum, like, you know. Just type it in and we'll find it for you, you know. Because Horoscope Skin, that's another great game. Danger Mouse, that's another good one. Robocop, which is pretty cool. And I'm not going to play Robocop just to show you what it's like on the ZX Spectrum. And this is the 128K version. This came out in 1988. Now, the version I played, we had the 48K ZX Spectrum. So I never played this particular version of Robocop, but I remember it being on the 48K ZX Spectrum. I think the difference is the 128K is more colours, but I'll find out now in a minute what it's like, you know. So that's the thing, you just have to use the keyboard and learn what keys do what on this site, you know. Now there's other sites where you can use the VCS controller if you wish, you know, but this has more games and they all seem to work. That's why we use Internet Archive, you know, because I know the games are going to work. And I don't mind using the keyboard because it reminds me of using the Spectrum back in the day, the keyboard and stuff, you know. So you just have to wait for the game to load and stuff. Yeah, and Ocean made a lot of games for the ZX Spectrum back in the day, and Commodore 64 and other systems. So awesome, you know. Yeah, so the Atari VCS is awesome. I love it. And so here's Robocop. Murphy, Lewis, Ed 209, Martin, Holden. Okay, so press enter, yeah. I'm gonna press now. We can define my own keys if we wish, which I'm gonna do now actually. You know, so I'm gonna press 4. So we can choose what keys do what, which is pretty cool, you know. So I'm gonna Q for sorry, just I'm at the fucking up here. Just go back. Sorry, I messed up there myself, like, you know. Nothing wrong with the game. I just had to reload it, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna reload it, you know. Yeah. Yeah, so get the back arrow up the top there. If you make a mistake, just click that to go back and click the oak in the middle there to start it up again. That, in my opinion. Yeah, so I love the Atari VCS, and this is exactly what I wanted. When I backed the Atari VCS day one, back in 2018, 2017, 2018, we said to Atari, this is what we want to be able to do. Play tons and tons of retro classics. Not just from Atari, but from other systems like the Spectrum, Commodore 64. And I have that. Plus, I said, you had to make it look like the old Atari 2600. And they did that. And I told them you had to bring back the joystick, they brought it back. So everything I asked for, they gave me. Plus, all the new games that are in the Atari VCS store right now, and there's more games to come. So Atari are after delivering 100%. And they did all this during the pandemic, you know, the COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, they got it out there, and they showed us step by step with every update what was happening, you know. They showed us it being built in plants in China, it going onto pallets, where it was going first. It went to America first, then it came to Europe. So we've had my Atari VCS since Christmas time 2020. Christmas Eve 2020 to be exact. 11:30 in the morning. And so here's Robocop again. So I'm going to go full screen. And I'm going to go to find keys, right? Because we messed up the last time defining the keys. So I'm going to go far. So for right, I'm going to use W. Left Q, Down E, up R, T for Y hold, QWERTY, So yeah. Press 1 for keyboard. So this is Robocop on the ZX Spectrum, awesome stuff. The prime directives of Robocop and stuff. Oh, awesome. Yeah. So QWERTY, yeah. Yeah. Here's Robocop and the okay, get my ass handed to me here. There's a lot of slowdown I notice. So there we go, it's Robocop and the okay, I'm dead, so yeah, not bad, League. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not bad, League, I can't forward diagonal on notice, Let me ask hand to me here. So that's Robocop. not the best, not the best. I remember the 48K version being better than this. This has better graphics, but the controls is it's just as soon as they shoot you can't do anything. Just stand there and take it. It's not good, like what I mean. No, I'm gonna exit this and play something I like. So I wouldn't recommend that game. Yeah, once they shoot you, you're just paralysed. You can't move, So, okay. So I'm gonna play a checkered flag, for the Spectrum, which I like, And we're gonna type it in the search bar here. So hold on. Oh, you've got 1942 and the Spectrum, But I'm gonna play the arcade version of 1942, So okay. So to do that, you just click the joypad icon and see Internet Arcade. You go to that, you click that, and it's here somewhere in 1942 where it should be. These are all arcade games. You have Street for Alpha 2, Tetris. You got Tekken 3. You got Galaxian Space Invaders 1943. Yeah, when I played that 1943, the Battle of Midway, and this is the arcade version, came out 1987 by Capcom, So yeah, so the Atari VCS is awesome, people. Tons to play on it, And this site is Internet Archive, and It's awesome. It's awesome. You know, you just won't get bored, especially if you love playing video games. If you love playing them, you know, old school games, you know. So the Battle of Midway Mark Two, you know, 1943, you know. So just give it a second to load. Now normally, just to insert credits, you press the number 1 key, you know. Now you're not actually putting money into it, you know what I mean? You're just pressing 1 on the keyboard, you know. So just give it a second to load. And awesome. And MAME is an awesome emulator, you know. But if you choose to upgrade your Atari VCS, not only do you have access to all these games, but if you upgrade your VCS, you have Dreamcast games as well, PS2, PS3, whatever, you know. So yeah, I mean, the reason why I don't do it, I don't have the skills to do it. I don't have the skills to open up my VCS and put stuff in there, and I don't want to risk damaging it, you know. So here's 1943. I'm sure 1942 is there somewhere. So so I'm gonna play this. So awesome stuff. I'm gonna go full screen here. So there you go, full screen, 1943, like awesome, you know what I mean? And right, the number 5 key is insert credits, if you know what I mean, like, you know. And the number 1 key starts the game. So yeah, this is awesome. 1943, the arcade game. Full screen, as you can see, you know. And the left control key is for, so pretty awesome. The arrow keys are movements. And awesome. So the Atari VCS is awesome, people. And it's not an easy game, I'll tell you that. Jesus. Hard as hell, you know. It's an arcade game, that's what you expect, like, you know. It's not easy. But so you press the number 5 key to insert credits, you press number 1 key to start the game. So it's hard to tell, it's not easy, like, you know. I'll keep playing as much as I like. Not easy, not easy. So that's 1943, you know. Very hard, not easy at all, you know. But it's awesome. So yeah, I just want to show you so you can play a bunch of arcade games and stuff on your Atari VCS, and it's awesome. So I hope everyone has a good day out there. Take care, all the best, and bye bye.